Music and talk.
Keeping everything live. You already know.
What's up, Jeremy?
How are we doing?
How you doing, bro?
I'm splendid.
Man, to see you here right now, this is kind of crazy because I got to tell the story about you and I, man.
Yeah, be my guest.
So the way you and I originally first met, just so I could just, I want to make sure I get the record clear here. Let me shout out my guy, the producer, JM, who is one of the homies, man. And I got a lot of respect for JM. I play his music on this show. Recently, JM, the homie, the producer who introduced me to Jeremy, basically produced a record for an artist out here right now called Jay Stone. And it's The Marathon Continues. So JM hits me up and goes, yo, come up to this studio off of Ventura Boulevard out in the Valley. I said, sure. So I basically roll up and I see this cat spitting in the booth. And I'm like, whoa, who's this guy right here? And sure enough, he's a professional skater too, on top of that.
I like that story.
Jereme Rogers is live in the building here at Dash Hip Hop X. How are you, my friend?
I'm splendid. Spinning better than ever too. We can do that today if you want.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what's kind of crazy to me, man, is now I want to ask you this question because you're a professional skater.
Yeah.
How many years have you been skating?
I started at 13. I'm 35 now, so 20 years technically. I retired at 25 to make music.
Yeah.
When it got to a point where skating became a job, and I just wanted to cross the line in the sand with, even if I was called the worst artist, at least being called that,
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna do my last video part skating this year. But whatever, over the past decade, I've been working on my artistry and where I want to be with it,
That's wonderful, man. I mean, the fact that you have become a professional
My
at
girl
something.
Mira right here.
Oh, what's up, Mira? How are you? Hello. My thing is like, and it's crazy to me because not only are you a professional skater, but you're a professional in general, right? So the fact that you're a professional and you've been skating for so many years and you've been doing it and just going at it, right? When was the moment after, obviously it was a job, right?
Yeah.
When was the moment? Because I remember,
Not
man,
always, but yeah, became one.
Right. When was the moment that you just said, you know what, it is time to dive into music? How old were you? What time? And what was the motivation?
I was 23 and I had a breakdown sermon at church where I was crying, and the next day I had a music bug, and I don't do hobbies, so I knew like, oh, this is gonna be a problem. And then 2 years later at 25, I was going out to shoot a Plan B ad, and I just wanted to be there. I wanted to be in the studio. I owned my equipment, so I knew like worst case scenario, I can fight my way out of this corner, back against the wall. If I needed to move in with my mom, I would. And it actually took me that far. In 25 to 27, I moved back home and digested a lot of books, read a lot of information, grew up as a man, gained character in class. I don't litter, lie, or kill insects now.
Wow.
I'm happy, at peace.
Are you vegan?
No, but I do support that.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
I 100% do. My wife is vegan, so I'm all on board. But
She's vegan.
But I gotta say though, I once in a while In-N-Out cheeseburger. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I grew up eating meat, and it's tough. It's for me especially, like, I don't know. I love cheeseburgers, and it's a problem. I went vegan on the hot dogs.
Impossible Burger's pretty good if you ever
I did
want
the
that.
Impossible Burger. Carl's Jr. got a good one.
Hello.
With the little barbecue on there. But the lifestyle. Speaking of the lifestyle and just changing your life and everything. You've gone through a whole bunch of stuff, man. I mean, you've been in this business for a long time. You've kind of seen the good, the bad. What's something that you could tell someone out there who is a professional at what they do? What can you tell them to kind of give them advice about just kind of navigating through the muddy waters of not just, the business, but Los Angeles too? Because you're in LA, you're an 818 guy, right?
Yeah, I mean originally, but well, before the professionals, I would say, this is kind of funny, but I live by some type of moral code as this. I walk by Zoldar on Hollywood Boulevard. It's the Zoldar machine.
Yeah.
And I never seen someone use it, but someone paid him for advice, and he told him, in life, those who think they can and think they can't are both right, And like Napoleon Hill says that. So one, believe in yourself. And then two, know that all people are capable of the best and the worst things. So when you're navigating through this or whatever business, somebody sitting across the table from you might be capable or might be up to do like the most conniving, mischievous act ever, pull some wool over your eyes, and don't be surprised if they do.
Right.
And even if you don't, I've read this guy, Robert Greene, all of his stuff. He wrote 48 Laws of Power and stuff. And his stuff is like moralless, amoral. And, but I wouldn't do any of those actions, but it's good to know someone might be up to that type of trickery.
Really?
Yeah.
So basically, keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Know who's around you, know who to get involved with, right?
Yeah.
Those are all great things, man.
And trust your gut. Your gut, and your women are more feeling based than men. So I find a 21-year-old woman is way more relatable to a 31-year-old man than would ever be the later. Like you rarely find a 31-year-old woman sitting across the table from a 21-year-old man. Like I feel everything you're saying. You know, their spiritual maturity grows and they have to be more feeling based because shit gets thrown at them all day. So yeah, trust your gut and your feeling.
Music and Talk with Mike Live.
Yo, man, Jereme, I got to ask you, I've asked my other guest who was on earlier, the Prince of LA. I got to ask you too, man. You're my second guest. So the world is going kind of crazy right now.
Yes,
we just so happen to be in this craziness and live on Hollywood Boulevard right now. Can we talk about the coronavirus, man? Are you worried about it? Do you know any friends that have it? What's going on in your world? What do you think?
I've been thinking about it recently. And the other day when stuff started, we went to Target and my girl Mary has been like 3 or 4 places trying to find toilet paper. She can't find it. So we stocked up on all the toilet paper. We have a pop-up toilet paper shop.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
There you go. There you go.
But I think from what I've discussed and with people, my dad said it's only like older people that are strongly affected by it. If your immune system is well, apparently you fight it off. But I think it's a panic thing. It fucked with the stock market, and I think it could have something to do with old money where in this past decade, apparently we've had more people get rich and stupid money faster than ever. And that, if everyone is a certain caliber of rich, then you're not as rich if you were there. So I think by some means there's maybe people out there, it might be a weaponized thing, and it's just whatever. It's, it fuck with people's money. It fuck all the clubs in LA are closed right now. Warwick to fucking Tao, everything's closed.
That's right. And you're a big club guy, man.
Yeah.
I see you all the time on your social media. Give them your social media first and foremost.
It's Jereme Rogers, all E's. Can I buy a vowel? Jereme. Rogers, Rogers. Hold the D. No
You've been partying though, man. You've been going to these clubs. So you see a huge effect with this whole coronavirus.
Well, yeah,
at the clubs.
they all as of the other day, 2 days ago, they all shut down for who knows how long. But literally, all of Tao, Warwick, fucking SBE, all of them, they shut down. Which is crazy because it seems wild to think they could sue you for getting sick at their place. Like I could never sue someone for getting a flu at their building before. So I don't know what.
Right.
I don't know what changed, but there's some type of panic and. I don't know. Elon said fucking the coronavirus panic is dumb. So I do go with Elon on a lot. So.
Shout out to Elon Musk.
Shout out
Elon.
to
Tesla.
Tesla, baby.
Let's see those stocks go up though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, man, I work in a place where there's a lot of people. I got the email late on Friday night and they said, Mike, don't come into work Monday. You're working from home. And fortunately, I could do that on my laptop.
Did we just beat Monday, Mark, though?
I think we did.
Okay, perfect.
That's what we did.
Nice.
Look, let me ask you though. Do you see now? This is a question that still is in the coronavirus world, right?
Yep.
And I'm just curious because this is what I want to know what you think about this. Do you think after this happens and people are working from home, do you see a shift in why do we need to go to an office to work anymore? Are businesses going to say, why pay rent for an office space when I can have my person that is a loyal employee work from home?
Yes and no, maybe, because some of the businesses are businesses where they have a cap on it. They need to be in a building. They need to sell the product hand to hand, Yeah. It's not easy for everyone to switch over to more of like a brand type circumstance,
Right.
Where those you can do drop shipping, go direct to consumer. It's a little hard to do that with the 7-Eleven or whatever,
Well, look, I told people this earlier on the show. I said, if you're running out of food, just go to your local pizza spot. I mean, go get your food somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, let's not get crazy here. We eat out. I mean, I know I eat out a lot. Every lunch, I'm practically eating out. You know, so it's not going to affect my lunch, right? I mean, I'm going to go out and hopefully eat lunch somewhere, unless the shop doesn't have any more bread or dough.
Yeah, which at this rate, who knows? Like, apparently they showed in Asia the toilet paper being bought up first, and it ripple effect right to here, and kind of crazy.
I just had a kid about 4.5 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And my wife went on Amazon and she's like, all right, let me see if I can get some diapers.
Yeah.
Well, that was like 2 days ago. It was like $30, $25, something like that. Now they're like selling for $90.
That's kind of insane too, and that shows also the possibility of some certain companies inflation.
That's scary.
Which is scary. Gnarly.
We got to have more transactions. So that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to get business done more. My man Jereme Rogers live in the building here, Dash Hip Hop X. Look, man, before you all, head out today, I just wanted to ask you this last question. What's the next move for you in your career, and what's the next thing that you're going to put out so the world knows what Jereme Rogers is about to do?
We're going to do I'm going to put out this Fondue album, and then I guess we're at the point where we're trying to pull triggers where it's okay to say this thing, and if someone kind of tries to steal it from me, I don't know. We already have it patented, but we're doing this thing called Humana Beats, where we're going to turn over streaming rights for a duration of time to charities, music charities. So, when something happens, you can give back 100% of proceeds from the streaming rights. So Vegas, Puerto Rico, Corona, people can put their catalog up and we funnel that money over. So that being said publicly, it's the first time I talked about it, so we're going to have to move fast, but we are on top of it, and whatever.
So that's more of a technology thing, isn't it?
But it's a charity system, and I think done right, it can give back a lot, and without the hardly lifting of a finger,
I've seen artists do that where they'll put out a single, and that entire single goes to just one charity.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that, but we can just turn over even the streaming rights,
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty revolutionary. Universe gave me the idea, and God bless it,
Amazing.
Yeah.
We just like smoking a joint one day and it was like, this is the way.
Just landing on my brain.
I feel that. Hey, Jereme, man, thanks for coming through here. Every time you and I get together, man, I like doing this. I like catching up, seeing what you got going on.
Amen.
The fact that you're doing that for the music business and for the world.
Yep.
That's the thing, though. You're changing the world, bro.
Much more important than my own personal music, but I want to personally put all of our music through that system always. We can get money off shows once Corona goes away,
Right.
But that money, it's we can forfeit that.
Amazing. Where can they follow you one more time, Jereme?
Jereme Rogers at symbol for Instagram, obviously. Jereme Rogers, Rogers.
That's about it, man. Jereme Rogers. Stick around. The last words of the show.
Fondue, which we haven't even posted one post yet, but at follow Fondue.
Yes.
Fondue, FONDU.
That's right. Jereme, thanks for coming through, man.
My man.
Music and talk.
Keeping everything live. You already know.